Faygoluvers and Xanarki is bringing you the flavor, this time with Insane E. Start things off, you've been in the game since the early 2000s, from the days of the No Clue crew, and all the way up until this point, focusing on solo projects and whatnot. Has your career gotten more challenging, or is it a little bit easier?
I would say now that I'm basically working on my own with my crew that I have now, it's a lot easier. It's a lot more free flowing. I have a lot more of my own. It's my own creativity. It's basically whatever I want it to be. So I mean, I loved working in groups, but it was a group mentality. We all had to come up with ideas together. So working doing my own thing as a solo artist, I'd say it's a lot easier. It's a lot more freedom for me. So I like it both.
Yeah, that's understandable. Alright, well, back in February, your album, The Art of Blau, hit the underground scene. Can you elaborate on the process of recording that album, and were you personally satisfied with the overall response that you got?
Oh, absolutely. I really love the way the album turned out. I got several of my friends on the album that, we've always been doing songs with, and my hype man here, Suitcase, is on a track called Where the Weird Ones Go, and just in general, I think the album turned out better than anything that I've put out previous to it, mainly because I've learned a lot production-wise. I've learned a lot of how to work my vocals better. I've just evolved over the 10 years to a point where now I can put out an album and be happy with the overall product instead of picking it apart like I used to do.
And the production, that's 100% all you, isn't it?
Right. I don't make all the beats. I help a little bit with beats, but my homie Matt Babel, he does a lot of my beats now. And I'm going to be starting to work with a guy named DJ Clown on some beats for my next album. But I also had, on The Art of Blau, there's a lot of beats from my old partner, King Nasty. He did a lot of the production beat-wise on The Art of Blau. But as far as recording goes, it's basically me at my house recording myself. Everything's produced by me.
Okay. Well, your homie Suitcase here has been at your side during this period. How did the two of you initially team up?
Shit, man, we've known each other since I was probably like 10, 11. And I remember we were just sitting there one day, more or less, and I was like, man, I could be a rapper. And he was like, of course you could, sure. And I started writing stuff, and more or less, man, it just kind of evolved. Like, the song wasn't garbage, and we decided to roll with it. We did a track. What's it called, actually?
Heavy Hitters.
Heavy Hitters. That was the first track we ever put together.
It got released on like a sampler mixtape, but never really got put out officially.
It was a song that we planned on re-recording, but we haven't got to. Looking to remake the beat and hopefully get something new on that. Yeah. But that was the first thing we ever did, and then it just kind of started rolling from there. We just really kept working.
Yeah, basically he was coming over to my house like every day, hanging out, smoking blunts. We were getting high all the time, just fucking dope. And I was already rapping at that point, and it was just like a matter of him saying, I want to give it a try. We let him do it, and then it turned out he actually had some fucking phenomenal skills. So we put out several songs with him on them when we were with the No Clue crew and No Clue Records. We were doing a collaboration project for a while before everybody quit, and then we just have yet to put out an album of his shit. We're working on some stuff for that, though.
And I thank Eric for everything he's ever done for me, man. From the beginning, where I wasn't doing anything, to where we're at now, it's been basically because of him.
Everything fell into place pretty well. Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, you've blended various subgenres in your music, but what are some artists that have influenced you over the years?
Obviously the underground music scene, the rap scene, has been my biggest influence. I mean, we grew up, idolizing groups like ICP and Twisted, and we just wanted to mimic what they were doing. At first, we were a karaoke band. We were just rapping over ICP and Twisted lyrics, and we started rapping. So that's where it all started. We were doing basement shows like that. But my influence for what I do nowadays, I would say, is based off like old school Tom Petty, Pink Floyd style stuff, the mentality that they had, the kind of stuff that they're trying to promote, and just open-mindedness in general. I like Linkin Park. I'd like to get a lot more of that style in my music in the future. As far as other influences go, Cottonmouth Kings, obviously, and what do you think?
As of now, man, I've been getting into a lot of different genres of music, a lot of dubstep. And I wanted to start recently rapping on some dubstep beats. One of my biggest influences recently is Mad Child. This dude's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
really beyond that, basically the same people that we all grew up with.
Oh, Danny Boone for sure. Rehab.
Yeah.
He's a huge influence of ours.
Yeah, very fucking well.
I'd like to try to get him on a track for my upcoming album.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know if I have a contact through them, but I'd like to really try to work with him and get on a track for that.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing I really want to mention is your graphic design. Without a doubt, it's another talented gift that you have, and it's been plastered all across the underground.
Thank you.
You've jumped from concert flyers to album covers, coloring books, website banners, but on a personal level, which is your favorite to work on specifically?
Everything I'm doing right now is pretty much what I dreamed of doing when I was growing up. You know, since 8th grade, I've been listening to this underground scene, and you know, just being a juggalo from 8th grade on, and then to finally start working for the people that I grew up listening to is my passion project. To sit there at my desk every day and work on shit for Twisted, it's like I could not ask for a better job. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything that I love to do. I'm able to do shows while I'm doing it. But as far as I really like working on my own album artwork because it's me. It's everything. The Art of Blau artwork is completely straight out of my head. You know, I created every piece of it myself, all the drawings and everything. It's not derivative off of something else, somebody else's ideas. It's all me, and that's what I love about working on my own projects. And I haven't had time to really do a lot of my own free stuff that's just random artwork. But I'd like to get back into just randomly drawing shit just for the hell of it. You know, it's just something I don't get to do a lot of anymore. So.
Well, that carries on to my next question. How exactly do you juggle your time between graphic design and your musical career?
The truth is I have like 5 clones at my house. There's one of me is over in fucking Australia right now getting laid. But that's a whole nother story. No, I live at home by myself. I wake up in the morning, I get on my computer and I start working. I have two graphic design jobs. One's with Twisted and Blaze, and the other one's in Pittsburgh for Opus One Productions, doing internet ads and city paper ads for a company that promotes for events in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, between those 2 jobs, my home maintenance, my yard keep up and everything, I just stay busy all the time. There's rarely a time where I get to take a break from work. And you can ask any one of my friends, anytime they talk to me, that's what I'm doing. I'm working, you know, it's how it goes. And that's the only way you really get ahead. Because in today's day and age, you have to fucking really push to try to get anywhere. So it's just nonstop. And since I don't really have a family of my own, no kids, you know, no girlfriend or anything, it's a lot easier to maintain what I'm doing by myself with nobody to tell me where I need to be or what to do. So it's definitely been awesome.
Well, you kind of already answered this, but when you were younger, did you originally aspire to be a graphic artist or a musical artist?
I never thought I would be doing music up until I started doing it. You know, it was like, I've been an artist since day one. Like, as soon as I was born, man, I started drawing. Like, I was selling pictures of Mario Brothers and Mortal Kombat in 4th grade for nickels and quarters, you know? And so I never really thought about that it would turn into a graphic design field. But I always knew from day one I'd be an artist for the rest of my life. And it's something that now I've built up a name for myself. I don't ever have to work a normal job again because I can constantly just keep doing graphics, you know what I'm saying? And if I get a slow spot with Twisted, then I can say, hey, does anybody need something done? And it's there, it's ready to go.
There's always somebody that wants your artwork.
Yeah,
it's been pretty fucking awesome, I'll tell you. I couldn't ask for a better support system. Like, you know, my friends and family and everybody around me is constantly helping me stay positive about everything and keep moving forward. It's been great.
Okay. You've performed at a wide variety of your shows, but so far, which one is your number one favorite live performance so far that sticks out?
I absolutely would say when I was with the No Clue crew, we did it was a contest where we had to perform to open for ICP on the Bang Pow Boom tour. And so we did a show here that was the contest, and we beat out all the Cleveland locals and won that contest. So we got to open for ICP at the Bang Pow Boom tour. It was Head PE, ICP, a couple other artists on it, and the No Clue crew. And it was a sold out Agora show, and the fucking balcony was packed, and the fucking whole place was swinging. It was so amazing, man. And they gave us 2 microphones for 3 people, and somehow we fucking still rocked that shit. You know, I don't know how, but it turned out phenomenal, and it was amazing. And that was one of the best shows I've ever had. Other than that, definitely doing New Year's Evil several years in a row.
Yeah.
I've had so many memorable performances for the New Year's shows, and it's I've been a part of all of them except for the 2 that were in Columbus. And so it's, I would say, single concert Bang Pop Boom Tour ICP. That was it was a great moment because I was up there with my boys. You know, we were rocking the shit out of the show. Everybody was loving it. And then New Year's was absolutely always a great time. I mean,
Always off the chain.
I can't fucking tell you how crazy New Year's Evil gets. If you ain't there, you'll never know, man. But it is some shit.
Okay. Well, after this show, do you have anything else booked? I know it's New Year's Evil. So, I mean.
New Year's Evil, yeah, absolutely. This year's New Year's Evil, it's just being officially announced tomorrow, which by the time this interview comes out, it'll
already sent the email to Scotty. Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely that's my next thing that I have booked right now. But I'm also working on booking an ABK show here. They already have it booked.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on it. I'm not sure how that's working out yet, but it's October 5th at the Agora. So me and Suitcase will be doing that show.
Oh, cool. That's the Shapeshifter tour, folks.
Yep.
Got one more for you. Can you give us any details on your next album, whether it be solo or a group effort?
I got ideas flowing and beats started, and the basic thought process of putting together an album is there. I have a name for the album. I have the concept of what I'm trying to get across with it. It's going to be called Anomaly, and it's basically going to be about a lot of the same shit that I've rapped about as a solo artist. Is the duality of life, the ups and downs of everybody's life, but also it being called Anomaly is mainly about being somebody who grew up that never fit in any clique, didn't fit in anywhere. And a lot of people out there, juggalos mainly, we can all relate to that. And I think I was originally going to call it evolution because I feel like that's a big step, a big part of the process of how I've got to where I'm at now. But then Head PE put out the album Evolution. So I was like, I can't do that. So I just came up with a concept for Anomaly, and it's about not fitting in, but also standing out amongst the crowd. Just being that one thing in everything that you see that doesn't quite fit. But it's something like a diamond in the rough. It's going to do something great, and not to be arrogant, but I feel like that's the direction my life is headed and always has been. I never fit in, so it's a big part of that. That's the negative side of it, not fitting in. The positive side of it is standing out in a very good way. You know what I'm saying? So, and I definitely plan on getting some guests on that. The Suitcase is going to be on 2 or 3 tracks already. We have ideas for. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to get Danny Boone on it if I can, and I'd like to get Twisted and Blaze on it too. So
that'll be a definite treat. Well,
definitely that. But I'm gonna have PJ Bozak from the No Clue crew is gonna be on a couple tracks, and my brother Batman will probably be on a few tracks too, and just anybody that I've grown up doing music with that is still around that I still talk to, they're gonna be on it too. So definitely.
Faygoluvers will continue to keep us updated on that. I think that covers it. So thanks for doing this interview and being a huge help overall.
Thank you. And I got to say thanks to Faygoluvers for all the support you guys have done. Scotty D and everybody underneath the whole Faygoluvers. The Faygoluvers crew has just been awesome. So thank you guys for everything.
You got any last words to close it out?
We're about to rock the show. Blaze You Dead Homie, Dismembered in September. This is the last show on the three show run. I'd like to just say thanks to everybody who's shown me support over the years, and to everybody who's just try to keep an open mind. Everybody, life's too short to get all stressed out all the time. You gotta find the positive in it. You guys say.
I just gotta say thank you, man, for everything that you've ever put up for me, man. And, like these 3 shows right here, great shows. We're ready to do another great one tonight, and it's all because of you.
You know, honestly, I couldn't have done it without you.
I try to